Yo, and hello, everybody. Mike here, baseball collector. That's Chris. This is Showcase Showdown, episode 22, maybe? Does that sound right?
22.
This seat is starting to feel really good over here, Chris.
I have to sabotage you some. I have to cheat somehow because right now you're 14-7. 14 wins for you and 7 for me. And it's been so long. It's been so long since I've won. I feel like I've celebrated 2 or 3 different birthdays. So
it's okay. It's okay. It's not about who wins or loses. It's about showing the cards. And if you believe that, another one for you.
Yeah, to me, you know, I'm getting a participation trophy. But it's about showing cards, but man, I'd feel a lot better if I won, you know.
Well, today you might have a shot because we're doing Tom Seaver, largely considered the best pitcher of the last 25 years of the 20th century. You know, he was so good. I think so underappreciated really in the hobby, although his rookie card's not cheap. The rest of his cards are relatively cheap. Although, as I was trying to complete his run, I found some of his cards to be rather surprisingly pricey, I guess, if that makes sense. Have you had the same experience?
I bought one for this particular Showcase Showdown, and the card was a lot pricier and a higher grade than what I anticipated it for it to be. But I went ahead and, you know, in my pursuit of beating you in this. I don't care if that thing was going to cost me twice as much as it did. But yes, his cards can be pricey but you're right. As far as unappreciated a little bit, I think you kind of hit that one on the head for somebody that is so good. That was so good. And I really don't know. I don't know why he's not celebrated as much.
Well, he played on some really bad teams, right? And so that probably hurt him. He was kind of a journeyman in the last few years of his career, as we'll see in his cards. But overall, outstanding career, 300 wins, you know, 3,000 strikeouts, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, quite a bit more than 3,000.
Yeah. So let's get into his cards. His cards run from 87 all the way back to 67. So you got 21 Topps cards, which is what we're going to do for this Showcase Showdown. Is we'll just do the Topps run, although each of us will probably show some other cards that we have. I will, you will. But before we get started, I really got to thank our sponsor, and that is Penny Sleever. And down below, you will have a link to both the website for Penny Sleever. And look, we all need supplies. It's just something that's important to our collections to protect everything. And Penny Sleever is a family-owned company. They do a great job at customer service, and they have a lot of great products across the spectrum. So I encourage you to check them out. If you use the code SHOWCASE, which will also be in the notes below, you will get 10% off your order. And 5% of that goes to me and Chris. Oh, wait, no, it
doesn't. You didn't tell me about this.
Yeah, sorry, man. I wasn't going to tell you. I shouldn't have said me and Chris. I should have just said me. No. But seriously, 10% off. Go check them out. And thanks to them for sponsoring Showcase Showdown. It's awesome. So tell everybody, Chris, what they can do before we get started here.
Okay, again, this is a fun one right here. This is a great player for people to have. And we know we have friends out there that collect Tom Seaver. So right now, everybody, push pause on this little show. Get out all your Tom Seaver cards and line them up, just like Mike said, from 87 to 67. And follow along with us. You get 5 points for just having the card. You get additional points for your grade that you have on that card. And about midway through, Mike's going to stop it and tally up the points and see how far I'm ahead at this one. And then at the end, he will tally them up, and you can compare your score to ours. And please put it in the comments. And I forgot to say the last card, which is his rookie card that we're going to show, is worth double the points. So it could get somebody back in the game if they're a little bit behind. But please comment on this and keep. We love the comments and keep cheering for me. Eventually, I will pull one out. I promise you. So,
all right. Well, let's start with 1987 Topps. You're the visitor, so you get to go first.
Okay.
Let me put us into showdown mode. Hold on. Boom. Okay.
So the last two challenges that we've had, I've opened up with the higher grade, which is you'd only had 19 straight higher grades than I have. But this one, I'm afraid I'm just going to start off with a PSA 8.
I was going to say, I guarantee you're not going to start off with a higher grade because I have a Gem Mint 10.
I'm afraid you're going to be showing some 10s here, and that's what scares me a little bit. But
well, that's 110. I mean,
sure.
86. So that was weird because you saw Seaver with the Red Sox on the 87. 86, he's with the White Sox, which is always weird. I have that in a Mint 9.
I have it also in a Mint 9.
See, you're hanging.
So not falling too far behind. But that White Sox uniform, it looks strange on him. But I remember reading a book, Bill James book back in the day, and he talked about how Tom Seaver was one of the better looking baseball players that looked like a baseball player. And I think he's making this White Sox jersey look good, but mine's only in a 7.
Well, I have an 8 in the 85. Point at a time.
Just little cuts.
Okay, I want to show this card because it's 85 Donruss. This is actually only in the factory set. It's a 300 Great Cards by Mike Payne card. His actual card in the set released in packs was a Floyd. The picture was Floyd Bannister, if I remember right. Am I remembering that right, Chris?
I think you're correct. Yeah.
But in the factory set, which I happen to have a factory set, and so of 85 Donruss for some weird reason, and so I had this card and I sent it off to get graded a long time ago. But that doesn't count for this. Next up, 84 Topps. I have it in a PSA 9.
Okay, so here's where I'm throwing my mercy on asking mercy from the judge. But I have one coming back, which was supposed to be back today from eBay. And I could prove it somehow if you believe this or not. But I have one coming back in a 9. And I know that's hard to believe because 9 would be one of my highest grades. But I do have one in a 9. So I hope and pray that, your heart is as well. I don't want to say as big as your head. That would be the wrong thing to say. I hope that your heart is big enough, to allow that to happen.
I'll allow that to happen.
Okay.
I also want to show his 84 Donruss card. Great card there on the Mets.
I want to show his 84 Topps traded.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I've never gotten into the traded stuff as much as I probably should. I may go after all those after I finish the 4-decade set. We'll see.
When I was collecting sets, a lot of those 84, all the update sets were kind of cool because you could get a certain rookie, but it also was filled with a lot of older guys that was being, traded maybe to keep their career going and just, their team would let them go someplace else. And a lot of those cards look different and weird to me, seeing a player in a different uniform.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. I have them, but just not the same.
I have them all. I don't have them all. I don't have any of them graded. I have a few of them graded. I have the Ozzie Smith graded because it's a 300 Great card. All right, 83 Topps.
I think it's me this time. I have one in an 8.
Okay. I also have an 8 on that one. That's a cool card. I love the action shot. I've always loved 83 Topps for some reason.
Sure. It just reminds me a lot of the 63 Topps. So
yeah, he's got the old super veteran from 83 as well. Okay. Next up, 82 tops with the Reds. I have that in an 8.
I also have an 8.
So you still haven't won a card yet.
Oh, you're not going to throw a no-hitter on me here, are you?
Maybe. Here's his 82 in action, which is a great card too. All right, 81.
This is one of my worst cards that I have. It's going to increase your lead. I have mine in a 6.
Okay. I have it in an 8. I promise you I don't have all 8s and 9s, okay? And 10s.
Yeah, I'm afraid for you to show a 10.
I don't know that I have any other 10s. I have this 81 Donruss in a 9. So, all right, 80 tops. I haven't seen a bad Tom Seaver card yet. I have that in a 9.
And I have that in an 8. Now, right now, there's a lot of people cheering and just cheering for me, but holding their head, wanting me to win. And you're just
I think they just want you to win a single card at this point. They're not even wanting you to win the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, they're going to be shipping me cards here soon to help me beat you. So,
yeah. 79.
Okay. My turn.
Yep.
79 I have in a 7, and that's a beautiful card too.
It is. I have an 8. Over here, over here beside me, I have every grade. So whatever you have, I'm just going to grab the one.
I noticed that. I noticed that. You're waiting to hear it. And, oh, yeah, by the way, look at this one that you're not going to get any more points for me yet.
78. I have an 8.
And I have a 5.
Okay. Well, we're about halfway. Do you want to know?
Well, yeah, it's not too much in double digits right now.
No, you have 125. I have 135. So it is double digits.
Double digits. Not too far, though. Not too far.
77. This might be your shot. This might be your chance. It's your turn first. You might have a chance on this one.
I do not have a chance. I have mine in a 6.
I also have a 6.
Imagine that.
I was trying to tee one up for you, man.
Uh-huh.
What I love about Seaver is he's paired with this guy a lot in the 70. This is I just pulled out one of them, the strikeout leaders, but there's so many strikeout leaders with him and Nolan Ryan. It's pretty fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Those are just great.
Now I've done a lot of studies, and I'm like you. I'm a baseball card nerd and a baseball nerd, and I compare a lot of pitchers and all that kind of stuff. And with the risk of making our friend Darren return to collecting upset, I put Seaver up against Ryan, and there was so many years in a row that Seaver was the better pitcher. And he doesn't get the excitement that Ryan gets, and I actually think he should. But Ryan has those more spectacular moments. But I remember Seaver got traded to the Cincinnati Reds kind of midway through the season, and it actually was one of Seaver's biggest years. Now the Reds their big red machine was breaking up, kind of. If he'd have been there a year early, they probably wouldn't have broken up the team so much. But man, if he'd have been there 2 years early, that 76 team would have been considered. It's still considered one of the greatest teams of all time. But you add somebody like Seaver to anybody's team, and that makes them that much greater. So.
For sure. 76. Speaking of 76, he was still with the Mets. I have that in a 7.
And I have that in a 5.
But you got it for $20. That's pretty good.
Yeah. I wish I'd have paid 40 for an 8, right? Okay, so I'm at least now. Listen, I'm gonna talk trash on you. I'm at least gonna tie this next card. I might
Okay.
not win it, but I'm gonna tie this next card because this is actually a tough card to get. The 1975 tops, and I have mine in a 7.
You tied indeed. I also have a 7.
Okay,
That was a good
beautiful
call.
card. Beautiful card. I love the colors.
I do
Love
too. Well, you're hanging in there. All right. This is legitimately. If you don't win this card, you're not going to win any. So,
well,
74 tops. I only have that in a 5.
well, I have it in a 5. So I think you got a hold of my cards. You must have called somebody when I was doing inventory.
This is too funny. All right.
1973. I have mine in a 5.
And I have it in a 6. I'm just dealing tonight.
Yes, you are. But what beautiful cards.
They are for sure. You have a shot on this one too, because in 72, I only have a 5.
Ooh, I don't get no hit. No hitter for you. So
congratulations.
There you go. That feels pretty good.
Does that feel good?
Do you have the in-action card? Are you going to show that one?
I do, right there.
You have that in the 5?
Yeah.
Well, see, I have that in a 6, so I ought to get points for that as well.
How convenient. How convenient. All right, 71. That's you. This was one of the hardest ones for me to get, by the way, was the 71.
Really? Okay. Yeah. I have mine in a 5, and it's a beautiful card.
I have it in a 6, and yes, I agree. It's a beautiful card. But that one's not cheap, that 71.
Now we get a run of tops being lazy.
We do. Oh, crap. I don't have my rookie here.
Oh, that's too bad. That's too bad. You know, somebody told me you traded them that rookie card, and you don't have that rookie anymore. Oh yeah, I think it was Dave Blue Jacket said that said that you traded it to him, and you just didn't have one anymore.
No. Well, I'm gonna pull it's in the other room. I just don't have it here.
Okay. Well,
I'm going to pull it up.
Why did you bring up the rookie card now? That seems a little bit.
Because I was looking through the rest of the cards, and I'm like, oh, snap. I don't have the rookie here, but I'll show you.
Well, you won't have to show you're going to, you gave me, I know you have that rookie card. So
I have it right here. I have a picture of it ready to show when it's time. Okay. 1970. I think it's me.
It is you.
Great card. Card number 300. I have it in a PSA 7.
I have this in a 6.
All right. Still allowed that little dribbler of a hit, but
yeah,
you didn't exactly get a hold of it.
So believe it or not, on this one here, knew this was coming up. So I was hurrying around to update my collection a little bit. That's why the 84, I had to buy coming back from eBay. And this one I have coming back from eBay too. And I thought I bought one in a 6. But I have this in a 5. But the 6, I just checked on where it was today. I made the mistake. It said 6, and then the next line on it said OC. And so even though I looked at the card pretty hard, I didn't look at the OC part. So anyway, this is a better card than what I have coming back to me. So I have mine in a 5.
I have a 7.
See, I wouldn't have won anyway.
You would, even with the 6, you would have been a little disappointed. All right, 68. Again, like you said, lazy because it's the same picture. I have it in a 5.
Well, you threw a 2-hitter today because I have mine in a 6.
Nice. All right, you get to show your rookie first.
Okay, this was pretty neat for me. I actually traded a Tom Seaver to our dealing buddy Stan, uh, Tom Seaver rookie, and it was a beautiful card, but it was in a big trade, and I actually took a lower grade, and I got mine in a 4.
Okay.
But I'm glad I got it. It's a better looking card than what I traded him, and plus, there was a Stan Musial rookie involved, and a couple other a Satchel Paige rookie involved, and anyway, Stan was kind enough to make that deal with me. So tell me what you got yours in. Let's see it.
It's right there.
A 4.5.
I have a 4.5. That's
so
just for my registry.
So if I showed you a picture on the computer of my 9, would you take that?
I already believe that you had the 9 in the 84.
Oh, okay. I was talking about my rookie.
Oh, no, I wouldn't believe. You could pull up some random picture.
Oh,
right.
Holy cow! Is this just becoming so ho hum to you that you can't even gloat anymore?
I feel bad. I feel like I'm kicking you while you're down. It's not fun. I want it to be I want it to be. It's fun no matter what. But this one was 265 for me, 249 for you. So
okay. And again, we should get points for having all the cards. You had all the cards, and I had all the cards, and I bet there's other collectors that watch this out there that have all the cards as well. And so I'd like to hear from them in the comments.
For sure. And his is a run I'm proud to own, all of them, because he was so great and underappreciated. So go out there and find some Seaver cards. If you don't have any in your collection or you want to add a few, we just showed you the whole run. Find a couple you like and go find them. And now it's my favorite part of the show, Chris.
Yeah. Well, we need to do this when I have a drink or two in me, so this wheel wouldn't be so daunting for me. But
so painful.
I feel like the wheel is going to be kind to me today.
So I will say we have Mickey Mantle on the wheel, but if it happens to hit Mickey Mantle, we're not going to do Mickey Mantle on the next episode. I'll respin it because we're doing Mickey Mantle on a special episode, a live version. That we'll talk more about it as it gets closer, but it's not too far away. And so hopefully it doesn't land on Mantle, but if it does, we'll spin again. I'm just saying that before we even spin it so people know. Here we go. Let's see who we're doing next week. We're down to just a few names, and we'll add some more here soon, guys. Steve Carlton, Lefty.
Oh,
so Lefty it is. That's who we'll do next.
So
is that exciting to you?
The whole time there's been like 5 shows in a row that I've said, "Don't land on Steve Carlton. Don't land on Steve Carlton." And I have a bunch of them off to. I made the mistake of sending some off to PSA, and I think I'll be retired 3 years before PSA gets my return back to me, but we'll still be able to show some Steve Carlton cards, and I might have a trick or two up my sleeve.
I like it. I like the tricks up your sleeve. Well, thanks everybody so much for following along with us on this episode of Showcase Showdown. Again, like Chris said, put comments below how you did on Tom Seaver. Let us know what you think. And put some pity, cry on your comments for Chris. And we'll catch you guys next week for another episode. Thanks for watching. Check out PennySleever.com. Links are in the show notes below. See you guys soon. Keep collecting.